Hello. Um, Today might be a little extended version of two things can be true. Um, I'm off on a little walk on one of my favorite little trails in Algonquin Park. And it got me thinking because it's a very short trail. It's about 1.5 kilometers at most. It takes 10-15 minutes to walk around. It's really easy, it's really flat. It's through the spruce bog, through a bit of forest, through a big open space. And I wondered, I knew today that I really needed to get outside. I've been head down at my computer worrying about work stuff all week. And I wanted to do a little something for myself, as people have been suggesting. And I had a really hard time getting out here, even though I knew I wanted to be here. It's a beautiful sunny day. And I realized that the reason that I like coming out to the spruce bog and walking this trail is because it's really, really easy. It's one of the closer trails to my house, so I live just on the outside of Algonquin Park. And it is quick to get to, it is easy to walk, it is short, so it's not a big commitment. And so it's a little bit of two things can be true. Like, I started thinking about my business and realizing that I really need to do the little small easy things in order to get the energy to continue on. And I do find, actually, coming to this trail, it's very often that I end up feeling like, oh, I should go do another trail now. Let's do another short one, or let's go do a bigger one, depending on the day. So we just exited out here into the bog area, and I'm walking along the boardwalk. Sorry to not give you the view that I have the whole time, because you have to look at my face. Anyway, so in my business, sometimes it's really hard to do the things that I really, really know need to be done. Something feels like it's urgent, it needs to get done quickly, and yet I can have a really hard time starting. Sometimes, I shared in a talk recently, sometimes it's because it's a really complex task and I feel overwhelmed and I'm not sure where to start. And sometimes it's because it feels like it's too simple and I'll be able to do it quickly later. Sometimes it's because I'm interested in something else. And I just got to thinking a little bit that it's a really common myth with ADHD that it's an excuse for laziness, and I'm being lazy because I don't want to do the thing, or maybe I don't realize how important it is. And it's often that feedback comes in saying things like, oh, well, what if you just make a to-do list, or what if you put it in your calendar? And I guess I just wanted to share today that it can be true that I know exactly what needs doing and that my brain does not actually let me do it. I can't get over that hurdle sometimes. I feel like I'm rambling for sure today. But the point I'm trying to make is this is not a made-up condition. This is something that I'm actually very thankful to have realized is what is causing what has always felt like complete lack of motivation and, personal failing, that I'm just not a motivated person and I don't kind of have the discipline that other people have. And that's hard to take when you're a lawyer and everyone expects discipline, and it's hard to take when you're an athlete and everyone expects like undying commitment to your training. And so what I found is the most important part of all of this is that when I don't get something done and I don't get something started, or I only get a little bit done, that I stay really kind to myself. I was saying this to a friend yesterday, but I have to be able to go to bed at night and say, I did my best, I'm going to try again tomorrow. It doesn't take away the importance of the things that I have to do. It doesn't always take away the anxiety about the fact that they haven't gotten done. But it definitely helps to remember that I'm human and that I'm not a bad person because of this. So I wanted to share that because I would bet you any money that this is the most relevant two things can be true that anybody with ADHD will ever hear. I know I need to do things. I want to do things. I truly believe the thing needs doing and it's important. But with my interest-based nervous system and my lack of the connection between my thinking brain and my acting brain. It's just not always possible, and that's okay. Because one thing I've actually discovered too in this process is that at the end of the day, things we think are urgent really never are. If it doesn't get done today, it's going to get done tomorrow. People will understand. So, yeah, those two things can be true.